Hello, and greetings from all of us here at AutoVision News. We just finished the June edition of AutoSensONLINE, and we were proud to be the primary sponsor for the virtual conference. Join us now as we take a look at 3 key takeaways from the June edition of AutoSensONLINE. Takeaway number 1, every component is important. During the June edition of AutoSensONLINE, we saw presentations about LiDAR, radar, and thermal cameras. We saw new and innovative approaches in how automotive image sensors are designed through things like wafer stacking. We saw in a virtual demonstration how shortwave infrared cameras can be utilized to address low visibility environments, and we saw how things like 4D imaging can provide both depth and intensity data together in a simultaneous capture. All of these play a vital role in creating safer roads for us all. As we go forward, our ADAS community can leverage the individual strengths of these and other components to create a single, robust autonomous driving system. Key takeaway number 2, adverse weather will always be a challenge. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, over 70% of the nation's roads are in areas of the country that regularly experience snowfall. Further data from the National Safety Council finds that crashes during the wintertime tend to be more severe. In addition to snow, fog and rain also pose a challenge for today's ADAS systems. During the June edition of AutoSensONLINE, we saw just how important this is for our community to address. With resources like the Canadian Adverse Driving Conditions dataset, we can better understand the contextual effects of bad weather. We know that changing lighting conditions and different backgrounds, like snow-covered trees during the wintertime, can pose a challenge. Likewise, during the winter, we oftentimes encounter different vehicles, like snowplows, and furthermore, pedestrians wear different clothes during the wintertime than they do in the spring and summer. This prompted discussions about how to improve sensor performance and gather more data, and how additional sensors and thermal cameras may help. This then led to other discussions on the importance of sensor cleaning, and even how aerodynamics can play a role in keeping debris away from a camera lens. In a perfect world, we would drive only during the day, but we know that that's not always feasible. Sometimes we have to drive at night and when the weather is bad. The last key takeaway, benchmarking. This is a personal favorite of ours here at AutoVision News. We noticed in each presentation and virtual demonstration a desire and a drive for continued improvement. The industry experts who spoke at the June edition of AutoSensONLINE illustrated the importance of a thorough benchmarking process for ADAS technology. That means cutting costs and reducing power consumption while also focusing on small form factors. It's interesting to note that less expensive doesn't mean cheap, and reducing power consumption doesn't mean a loss in performance, or it doesn't mean that it's less robust. In fact, our ADAS technologies are becoming lighter and less intrusive and more cost-effective without compromising performance. We at AutoVision News think this is a big win for the ADAS community and the automotive industry as a whole, and we believe that these advances in benchmarking will help drive consumer adoption in the future. Those are 3 key takeaways from the June edition of AutoSensONLINE. We look forward to the next virtual event, which begins on July 14th and goes through July 15th. We'll see you then.